Welcome to the SkullKing Fantasy Football Podcast, presented by Vox DFS Firelines. Now, here are your hosts, Justin.
Stephon Gilmore go to the Patriots. Now they let Mike Gillislee go to the Patriots. Are they now just the farm club within their own division?
Greg.
He's one of these faux leading women. It's like, that's not Angelina Jolie or Jennifer Aniston. It's some girl that I would see at the Circle K. That's kind of Alshon Jeffrey.
And Ryan.
There is absolutely no reason why O.J. Howard should be drafted before Cameron Brate. Hello and welcome everyone to another season of the SkullKing Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Ryan Skolrud. I'm your CEO and founder. And tonight we kind of wanted to get the season underway a little bit. I know we're coming up on the NFL draft in a couple of weeks. We wanted to kind of get things started. We're getting off to a little bit of a late start this year compared to last year. Last year we spent a lot of time preseason, pre-draft, going over draft prospects and everything like that. And due to life circumstances for a lot of the staff here at SkullKing, it wasn't a good fit for us to be able to do that. So we are going to start looking at the NFL draft and what's and the players that are coming in. We are still I don't know if many of you remember a lot of the interviews that we did last year with NCAA play-by-play announcers about the prospects coming from their schools. We had a couple of other big-name people that we interviewed. We're looking to do that again this year. We will just probably be doing that, kind of getting their thoughts on players after the draft is over. Just like I said, it fits with the schedule better for our staff. So that's kind of what we're doing in terms of getting football ready. Another thing that we wanted to announce kind of as we're getting ready to start off this new season of the podcast, we are actually looking for new writers. We want more content. We want more writers. I've told my staff this as we were kind of getting ready for, warming up for the season. One of the main reasons that I started this podcast or not even necessarily the podcast, was the website that we started off with, was to give a chance for people to, show not only their talent but their passion for fantasy football. I wanted to create a one-stop shop, if you will, of fantasy football advice, stats as much as possible, opinions, strategy, news. I wanted to be able to create, have fun and be able to create that for people, and feel like they could trust, what we were saying, and as part of that, I wanted to give people a chance who maybe have never had their voice heard. Fantasy football is such a diverse group of ideas and people, and so at SkullKing Fantasy we want to provide the opportunity for you guys, for anyone to be able to let their voice be heard, let their opinion be heard, that let kind of their thoughts on players, whether it's a popular opinion or not. We want to hear it. We want to be able to provide a platform for you to give your opinion, to give your thoughts. And so this year we are really, really as we get going into the season, and even now, we would love to hear from you guys. If you would like to request some information about writing for SkullKing Football. We're not looking for, people who have, English degrees. We have people that, that are, I'm an insurance agent. I used to work in grocery. We got another guy who, does financial planning that writes for us. Another guy works with another guy that works for a Boys and Girls Club. We got a couple of high school students that have written for us. We're not looking for PhDs here. I don't care if you have problems typing. We can work with that. What we want is we want passionate ideas. We want passion for fantasy football. We want that to really be what gets SkullKing going. So if you have a passion for football, I don't care if you've ever had a writing job before, if your last thing that you ever wrote was in high school 10, 15, 20 years ago. I don't care. We want to hear from you. We want to be able to let your voice be heard. And, we have multiple outlets that we can do that, not only in writing, but, if you want to, maybe if you feel comfortable doing videos, we have no problems doing that. Hey, let's get some ESPN style, correspondent videos going, whatever. I don't care. We want more involvement. Not, yeah, we want to build up SkullKing. We want to build up the brand, but we want to provide that opportunity for you guys. So please contact us. You can go to the website here. Let me actually pull up the website. All right, you can go to SkullKingFootball.com. Go to the About Us page, and on there we have you can okay, we do have the emails that you can send to on there for different emails for possibility wanting to write for us. Really, the way we do our writing is we look for position writers. So you want to write on the QBs, the running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, DST. We have in the past done team reporters, and that's something that we may do again in the future. We have it there on the list, but that's, I think, something that we are going to kind of see how many writers we can get going. If that's that seems like something that can work out for us, then awesome. But for right now, we're just looking for position writers. So again, if you want to again have your opinions be heard especially about specific positions, please feel free to contact us again. Go to SkullKingFootball.com. Go to a /writers, or go to on the main homepage, go to the About Us tab up on top of the page, and you can find out more information on there, as well as get to know some of the staff already involved. So there's that. Again, I talked about kind of what we're going to plan on doing with the NFL draft as we get going. We have there are a lot of things that are in the works and being planned for SkullKing Football this year, and we're really hoping for to be able to provide you guys with as much info and as much opinion as possible to help you guys rule your leagues this year. And so we have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that are in the works that we're really, really hoping can get going. Again, we want to be able to help you guys out, not only with your fantasy football teams. We want to help you express your opinions about fantasy football. We want to be an outlet for you guys. So please, again, make sure to visit the website. You can check it out, SkullKingFootball.com. Go to the About Us page, or SkullKingFootball.com/writers, in order to find out more about how you can be a contributor to SkullKing. I really didn't originally have any plans to talk about anything actually football related. I just kind of wanted to do a little precursor type of episode to let you guys know what was going on. But just some interesting news over the last few days. It looks like the Browns, who have been extremely active this year and they'll actually win a couple games this year. It looks like they're going to be taking Josh Allen with the first overall pick, which isn't unexpected from a lot of people. I'm looking forward to trying to get the interview last year. Many of you may remember my interview with Brock Heward of ESPN, who's also a radio talk show host up here in Seattle. I got him to talk about the quarterbacks in the draft last year. I'm going to try to get him again this year. hopefully we'll be able to get that to work out, and I would love to get his opinion on a lot of the quarterbacks again in this year's draft. So we will definitely be looking to him to see what he thinks of some of these guys, especially Josh Allen, who's looking to go probably number 1 overall to the Browns. It's looking like, for those of you who are Odell Beckham Jr. fans or Giants fans, it looks like now, with all the trade rumors that were going on, that the Giants are probably going to be holding on to him, at least for now, through the draft. So for those of you who are, New York Giants fans who are a little scared about the Odell Beckham possibly going, you don't have to worry about that for now, at least. I know as a Seattle Seahawks fan, with all the defensive things that have been going on over the last little bit, it's definitely been interesting to see how the defense will possibly be shaping up for next year. And so, definitely going to be interesting. So, all right, moving on. The Bears are not going to match the 2-year $10 million deal that the New Orleans Saints offered to Cameron Meredith. Last year, Cameron Meredith had the ACL in preseason, one of the many ACLs this last year. And so it looks like Cameron Meredith will be a New Orleans Saint. I'm going to guess he is probably going to take over as that number 2 receiver there. We'll kind of see what happens in the draft and where things go from there. But that should be interesting. Should be a good spot for a very talented wide receiver. Again, going back to the quarterbacks in the draft, Josh Rosen says, I am the best QB in this draft. We'll see. I remember Deshaun Kaiser saying something similar to that last year, and we all know how that ended up. The Rams have made a whole bunch of moves this year, this offseason, signing Ndamukong Suh to the defense, getting Brandon Cooks from the Patriots. So that'll be definitely interesting to see where they're going with everything that they've got going on. Interesting to see what kind of things they do in the draft. I know that they've got basically, it almost seems like they're going for broke this year with how many people they have on their team that their contracts are up after next season. So they'll be a fun team to watch this year, unless you're in the NFC West like my team, the Seahawks. So I just want to go over a couple more things here. How about things actually of note? It looks like Robert Griffin III is back. He's signed a deal with the Ravens. We'll see how long his ACLs hold up this year, or his shoulder, because that was a problem as well. And I'm not seeing anything really else that's of note. A lot of people visiting. There's still players out there that are visiting teams. Well, we're looking at the Browns. Someone says that the Browns will take Josh Allen number 1 and Saquon Barkley at 4 if he is still there. It'll be interesting to see if he's still there. The teams that are up there all need quarterbacks, so that'll definitely be interesting. So, all right. So that's all I've got for tonight. Really, I wanted to do just a short episode. Start in on a little bit of a football conversation. Let you guys know what's going on with SkullKing Football. And again, just give you guys an update on as to where we're going, and to get the season off to a good start. So again, we like I said earlier, we're looking for more writers. We're looking for the ability to provide the opportunity for you guys to let your opinions be known in the fantasy football world. We will be digging into the draft probably starting next week, since I believe it's 2 weeks. Well, once this airs, it'll be 2 weeks from today. So, again, we hope you guys are ready for another season of the SkullKing Fantasy Football Podcast, and we will definitely be talking to you guys later. Hey, SkullKing Nation, thank you for listening to the SkullKing Football Podcast. Did you like this episode? If so, be sure to go to iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube to subscribe. Also, please leave us a rating and reviews to let us know how we can better help you rule your leagues.